When it comes to versatile crankbaits that can fool both bass and walleye, few lures stand out as much as the Rapala Shad Elite SRE75. Designed with a lifelike baitfish profile, premium finishes, and a tight wobble, this lure bridges the gap between subtlety and action. Bass and walleye are two very different species with unique habits, but both find the SRE75 irresistible when presented correctly. That's why this lure has become a staple for anglers who want one bait capable of handling multiple freshwater predators. The SRE75 success starts with its realistic action. Walleye, known for their selective feeding habits, often shy away from lures that seem unnatural. The tight, natural wobble of the Shad Elite mimics a fleeing shad or minnow perfectly, which appeals to their cautious instincts. Bass, on the other hand, are ambush predators and have a tendency to strike aggressively. The same swimming action that fools walleye also provokes bass into reacting, especially when the lure is retrieved near cover or along drop offs. In this way, the SRE 75 meets the need of two very different species without compromise. Location plays a big role in maximizing this lure's effectiveness. Walleyes often hold near structures such as rocky points, submerged humps, or weed edges, particularly in low light hours of morning and evening. Casting the SRE 75 across these areas and retrieving it steadily with occasional pauses keeps it in the strike zone where walleye are waiting. Bass, whether largemouth or smallmouth, also key in on structure, but they're more likely to position themselves tighter to cover, such as docks, laydowns, or thick weed lines. The SRE 75 shines here as well, slipping past obstacles with a lifelike action that convinces bass to strike. One of the most appealing aspects of this lure is that it can be fished in multiple styles. For walleye, a slow, steady retrieve often works best, especially in cooler water. The subtle wobble mimics an easy meal, and lethargic walleye just can't resist. Bass, however, respond well to more aggressive variations. A twitch and pause retrieve, or even a stop and go cadence, adds unpredictability to the presentation and can trigger aggressive strikes. The lure's design allows it to adapt seamlessly to these different approaches, making it a true crossover bait. Line choice is another factor that helps anglers target both species with the SRE 75. Braided line with a fluorocarbon leader provides sensitivity and stealth, which is ideal for detecting the light bites of walleye, while still handling the explosive strikes of bass. Beginners may prefer straight fluorocarbon or monofilament for forgiveness, but regardless of setup, the SRE 75 performs consistently. Color selection also plays a role in effectiveness across both species. Walleyes often prefer more natural tones like silver, shad, or perch, especially in clear water. Bass, while also responsive to these patterns, can be triggered by brighter colors in murky or stained water. That's where finishes like fire tiger or chartreuse excel. By carrying just a few color options, anglers can adjust to conditions and keep both species interested. Another reason the SRE 75 appeals to both bass and walleye is its versatility across seasons. In spring, when fish move shallow to feed and spawn, casting this lure along banks, points, and shallow flats puts it right where their path might be. In summer, when bass retreat to weed edges and walleye suspend near drop offs, the SRE 75 continues to excel with slower retrieves. During fall, when both species feed aggressively to bulk up for winter, fan casting across rocky structures or parallel to shorelines can result in some of the hottest action of the year. At its core, the Rapala Shad Elite SRE 75 is about simplicity and effectiveness. It doesn't require advanced techniques to catch fish, yet it responds well to experimentation and creativity. That's why it appeals to beginners looking for confidence and to seasoned anglers fine tuning their approach. Whether you're after the aggressive hit of a bass or the subtle take of a walleye, the SRE 75 provides a reliable way to put more fish in the net. Take care, my friends.